Hello everyone, and welcome back to 4-Minute Robotics. In this video, I'm going to show you how to bring those wires connected to your motors up to the top of the chassis and then connect them to the motor controller. Step 1. Get the motor controller ready to receive those motor wires. I want you to look at your motor controller from the top. You see out 1, out 2, out 3, and out 4? Those are the locations that the wires from the motors will go. Your motor controller is going to have to grip these wires. So, using a screwdriver, open these screws above these outlets halfway. And I say halfway because there's a metal flap inside of those outlets that can come out if you open those screws too wide. And it's actually the metal flap that's gripping your wires. So you want to make sure you don't lose that metal flap. Step 2. Pair the motor wires together so that the wheels on the same side of the car end up spinning in the same direction. The wheels on the same side of the car should never spin in opposite directions of each other. The wheels on the same side should spin similarly. Wow, that's a tongue twister. Can you say that? The wheels on the same side should spin similarly. So, in order to make the wheels on the same side spin similarly, their polarity must match. All that means is that electrons must flow through both of these motors in the same direction. To ensure that that happens, flip your car upside down and isolate the wires on the same side of the chassis with each other. Separate the wires from the top from the wires on the bottom. Next, what I want you to do is identify the two identical wires on these two separate motors. Now, right now these motors are facing opposite directions of each other. The top wire of one motor should pair with the bottom wire of the adjacent motor. I want you to keep these wires together. Okay, let's insert these wires into the motor controller. Let's start with these two wires. We're going to put them in out 2 of the motor controller. That takes us to step 3. Grab those wires and slide them up through these holes through the chassis. If your wires are too thick, there's a rectangular slot that you can slide your wires through, which is preferable, or you could even wrap the wires around the outside of the car. And if your wires are soft enough to do so, twist the ends of them together. Make these one wire. If not, that's okay. But what you're going to do next is insert these into out 2 of the motor controller, and then tighten that screw so that those wires cannot easily be pulled out. And that takes us to step 5. Repeat this process for the other motor wires, inserting them into out 1, out 3, and out 4. Remembering the right way to pair these wires, and that is the top wire of one motor should be paired with the bottom wire of the adjacent motor. And that completes wiring up the motors. In the next video, we'll be attaching the motor controller to the Arduino and the battery pack to the breadboard. If you found this video entertaining or feel that it made learning robotics slightly easier, do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.